Hey, Generals. Okay, today we are wrapping up our two-part lesson from SMART in combination with MPS on linear equations. We're still going to look at linear equations tomorrow as well, but today we're really going to focus in on the principles we were doing yesterday. So let's get started. Okay, yesterday we were going over variables on one side. If you will remember, we looked at this example problem and we solved it. And then we had this problem and we worked it out. So let's practice that again. Pause the video until you have completed the problem again. And then we'll verify the solution one more time. If you have the notebook file, you can go ahead and go to the notebook file and do the review and then look at the new process. Okay, let's look at the answer again. Again, it's 16, and remember we had to add 18 to both sides, and then we had to divide by 3, which gave us the 16. Not too bad. Okay, now variables on both sides. Let's review that again. Again, here was the example problem where first I added 30 to both sides, and that turned this to 8x equals 3x plus 80. Then I had to subtract 3 from both sides, and that left me with 5x equals 80. And then last, I had to divide by 5 on both sides, and my result is x equals 16. Again, we had this example problem to do ourselves. Let's see how well you can do it again. Pause the video when you're done. Unpause the video when you're done. Okay, here is our solution. Again, we added 8, and then we subtracted 3, then we divided by 4, and x gives us 4. Now let's look at when we have parentheses in an equation. So here's a procedure. Pause the video once you have seen all of the procedure and written everything down. And then let's look at the example problem at the end. Again, you could do this in the notebook file directly or follow along with me on the screen. So first we have to remove the parentheses from the equation by performing the operations inside of it, just like order of operations. Then we have to combine similar terms on each side of the equation. We have to keep the variables on one side of the equation and numbers on the other side by using the properties of addition and subtraction, just like variables on both sides. And then we have to combine similar terms, if any. Typically, there may not be any. And then we use the appropriate property of multiplication or division to find the value of the variable. So again, pause the video until everyone has written down all these steps, and then unpause when you're done. Okay, here's an example problem. Again, pause the video until everyone has written down the steps as well as the actual items. Unpause the video when you're done. Okay, so if you notice, first I multiplied 2 times the x and 2 times the negative 7, and they gave me 2x minus 14. Now I'm combining similar terms, which the 14 and the 5 are similar. So negative 14 plus 5 is negative 9. Now I have to subtract 3 from both sides, and that leaves me with negative x minus 9. Subtract 3 from both sides, and when I have two terms that are like 2x minus 3, then I subtract them, and I have negative x minus 9 equals negative 10. Then I have to add 9 to both sides, and that leaves me with negative x equals negative 1. And then I multiply both sides by negative 1. Or I could have divided both sides by negative 1, and x equals 1. Okay, again, make sure everyone has written all of these terms down. Pause the video if necessary, or just give everyone a chance while you're looking at the notebook file. So let's do a problem of our own. Okay, now solve this equation together as a class on the screen, and then look at the solution. Unpause the video when you're done. Okay, again, here's the solution. Again, you are multiplying, combining similar terms, adding, and then making the result of that addition, all the way to x equals 10. Okay, now let's look at another problem. This one we actually have words that we need to make into numbers. Into an algebraic expression. Sorry, not numbers. And then find the answer. Select the correct answer. Unpause the video when you're done. First, hopefully you set up the equation correctly. It is saying 9 times a number, so that's 9x is. Is means equal. 40 more than a number. More than means plus. So 40 plus x. That's actually how we set up this problem. Again, if you didn't at least set it up correctly like this, go ahead and try to solve the problem again now that you have this step, and unpause the video when you're done. Okay, great job if you got the answer 5. Okay, now let's look at the next question. Again, pause the video until everyone has answered, and then we'll look at the real answer. Okay, again, you should have set up the problem like this. He bought 5 burgers. If I bought 5 burgers, that's 5 times however much the cost of the burgers was. So that's 5x. And then he ended up still having $10. So if whatever that amount is, if I add $10 to it, I'm back up to it equaling 40. So this was a little harder problem. Okay, now again, if you couldn't get at least that far, now try it again with at least this equation set up for you, and unpause the video when you're done. Okay, again, great job if the answer you got was B. Okay, now our final problem. Again, unpause the video when everyone is done. Okay, in this instance, you should have gotten C. Great job, generals. Tomorrow we're going to continue with looking at practicing with variables on both sides. And that will conclude our study of linear equations. I hope you have a great, great day.